Welcome to the Maple Luxury Real Estate Agency. How may I help you today? You're looking for a new home? That is my favorite part of the job, is matching someone with a home that they love. It's the best feeling. Well, before we begin, can I get you a beverage at all? Just some water, some soft drink. We have some coffee or tea. Coffee? Of course. Do you take milk or sugar? We also have some Baileys if you'd like to have a special little treat. No problem. One moment, I'll be right back. There you are. Yeah, it's a bit hot, so you might want to wait a second, but perfect. Let's start off with some basic questions. Now, first of all, what would you say are the main reasons that you're looking for a home right now? Is it a new job, or you just like a change of scenery? Yeah, any reason for wanting to move? Yeah, that makes sense. And is it just you by yourself, or is there a significant other in the picture, or any children? Yeah, perfect. And are you looking to rent or to own? Yeah, perfect. Is there a budget in mind, or anything you'd like to preferably stay under? Yeah, no, that's perfect. That will give us a lot of room to work with. Okay, and are you looking for somewhere to move ASAP, or are you starting ahead of time so that you have time to think about things? Is there any sort of timeline you'd like to reach? Yeah, you'd like to be there before Christmas. That makes sense. Have everything nice and set up for the holidays. That'll be good. Okay. And are you looking for a more central location, like downtown, or do you prefer one of the outskirt areas or in the suburbs? Okay, you're kind of open to everything? Okay. Well, we can look at a few different options there and see what you're into. Okay, any specific neighborhoods that you like? Yeah, that's a good place. And are you looking for a condo or a house, or a specific style, like a ranch style house? So you'd be okay with condo if it was more downtown, or you'd like a house in the suburbs. That makes sense. Yeah, it's nice that you're so flexible. It means that we can look at a lot more options and hopefully find something that you love. And what about bedrooms? Any preferred number of bedrooms? 3 to 5? Perfect. Are you worried at all about space? Some people don't want a place too big because then it means they have to clean more or get a maid or something like that. Yeah, no problem. We'll keep that in mind. Okay, we're almost there, don't worry. Now, do you prefer more modern buildings like glass, floor-to-ceiling windows, or do you like older buildings with lots of character and style? Yeah, okay. And what about on your wish list? Anything you would like to have? Swimming pool, yeah. We can definitely find some options at your price point there. Oh, a balcony to have your morning coffee on. Oh, that sounds really lovely. Okay. And anything else? High ceilings? Not necessary, but preferred. Of course. Okay, and any deal breakers for you? Anything that would absolutely, you would deny any house with that feature? Too much noise? Yeah, I understand that. I definitely wish my house was a bit quieter. And anything else? You don't want to be in a very residential area? Okay, so you'd like to be able to walk to restaurants and shops? Yeah, we can definitely put that in for you. Okay, that is it for the questionnaire. Yeah, lots of questions, sorry. But what I'd like to do next is show you a couple of options that hit your criteria that are just off the top of my head, some listings that we have available right now. And if you like them, I'd like to get you out to them as soon as possible. I know that you have a bit of a longer time frame, so what I like to do is get you out to a few properties to better judge your sense of style and individual taste level, and then it'll make it a lot easier for me to find personalized listings that I think you would absolutely love. Yeah, so maybe you fall in love with one of these locations right away, but even if you don't, it'll help me narrow down the options to find your perfect dream home. Okay? Yeah, perfect. So the first house that I'm going to suggest is in Applewood Heights, which is a gated community, if that's something that interests you. Okay, it does have its own residential park, and that has a few shops and restaurants right off to the side. So even though it is a very kind of gated suburb, it still has a nice little area that isn't only houses. Yeah, I knew that's something you would like. Now, the one thing that you might like, might not like, I'd like to see is the master bedroom doesn't have a balcony per se, but it does open up onto the deck where the pool is. Yeah, so there's a nice little area there where you could have your morning coffee just off of the bedroom. Yeah, let me pull up a picture on my tablet. Okay, so this is the master. You can see it's quite spacious, but if you look, it does have a very nice view out to the pool. Yeah, so it's not a balcony, but I think it has the same kind of feel to it, and it does feel quite secluded there. Yeah, it kind of makes it feel like you're always on vacation at a 5-star resort. Yeah, it's nice like that. So the master connects to another room which can be used as an office. That's what the current householders have it as. And then there are 3 more bedrooms on the 2nd floor. Yep, so 3 bedrooms on the top floor, the master office, and then the kitchen living room area, which is open plan. Yeah. And there are 5 bedrooms in total. So the 3 bedrooms and the master all have an ensuite. And then there's an additional half bath on the ground floor there. And then there is a large basement. So there's a larger room that can be used as a game room or a family room or some sort of studio if you'd like. And there's also a pretty spacious wine cellar in the basement as well. Yeah. Okay, so are you interested in viewing that one? Yeah, perfect. I'll put that on our list. Okay. The second one is a bit further outside of town. It's closer to the north end, but the big benefit here is the size of the lot. Yeah, so the square footage of the building is a little bit bigger, not a huge difference to the previous house, but the lot itself is actually 2.5 acres, so it's a really good size for a backyard, especially if you have kids or a dog, or if you're into some sport that takes a lot of room like tennis or anything you would want room for. It is a very fantastic size for still being quite close to the city, so it's nice. Let me send over. I'll show you a picture of the master bedroom. So again, you can see quite spacious here, and it actually, the balcony there where you can have your morning coffee, so it looks over a little wooded area here, which is part of the property, and it's really magical because even though you are close to some restaurants and some shops and other houses, of course, it feels very, very secluded and like you're in a very private property. And it also has a long driveway in the front, which means it's very quiet, and it does have a pool on the other side of the house. Yeah. So this one 4 bedrooms. All of them are on the 2nd floor. And then on the ground floor, there is a very spacious and open plan kitchen, dining room, living room, sitting room. It's very, very big, and it's definitely made for entertaining because it also opens up on the kitchen to the patio area, which has a lot of barbecue and a lot of space for activities. Yeah, it would be great for hosting a big party. Yeah, I'd love to go to a party there. Exactly. And then in the basement, we have 2 large rooms. Again, you could use them for some sort of studio or any sort of family room. And then the big selling point of this house is that there's actually a movie theater in the basement. Yeah, you can tell it was designed by someone who likes to host people. Yeah, so there's 2 leather couches in the front, and then there's 8 armchairs kind of around the back, and they're all looking at a nice projector. Yeah, it's a very high quality one. The picture is phenomenal. It's actually like going to the movies. As per baths, there are 6 baths in this house, so all 4 of the bedrooms upstairs have an ensuite, and then there are 2 half baths, one on the ground floor and one in the basement. Yeah, so 4 bedrooms and then 4 plus 2 half baths. Yeah, so would you be interested in viewing this one? Yeah, it's definitely worth it to look at, especially to look at the size of the property. It will be good to kind of judge if you think you would need any space like that, or if you'd be okay with something smaller. Exactly. And then lastly, I've picked you out a downtown condo option. So this one is in the Edison building. It's on the 26th floor. It does face away from the downtown core, so you get this really, really nice view of kind of the city rolling out from the downtown. Yeah, there are no available units on the downtown side of the building. I could possibly arrange you a viewing if you would like to look and potentially wait for an opening, although I actually prefer the side that this one is on because I think the view is much better than just looking at other tall buildings, because then you can only see a few tall buildings. Also, you get the sunset on this side, which is really nice. Yeah, let me get you a picture. Okay, I will say that I don't like the furniture in this apartment, but you can change it. So you'll see that we have your balcony here to have your coffee, and you can see the beautiful sunset that I mentioned off in the distance. Now, one thing that I especially love about this building is the balcony, which is why I want you to see it. It's really special. The doors it has are called pocket sliding doors. So basically, instead of just having a hinge and opening and closing, they slide into these little areas of the wall. And what that does is kind of open up the apartment and almost make it feel as if you're outside well in your apartment. Yeah, and the balcony does wrap around the side of your apartment, So you would have 180 degrees of the city. Yeah. And what it also means, being on the non-downtown side, is there's a bit more privacy because you're much higher than anyone else. So they're only looking up and they can see your balcony wall. Whereas if you're on the downtown side, someone might be able to look down into your apartment. I don't think it's as nice. But that is that one too. Yeah, it's really great for summer just to open up and completely air up the house. Saves a lot on air conditioning as well. Okay, and then this one has 3 bedrooms, including the master. There's also one additional room that I don't really want to call a bedroom. It's a bit too small for what I would consider. So I would say either a small office or maybe a kid's room. You could stick a small bed in there. But yeah, so 3 plus 1 kind of bedrooms. Again, there are 3 en-suites plus a full extra bath for the communal area of the apartment. Obviously, the square footage of this one at the condo is going to be quite a bit less than the previous 2 houses we looked at. But you know, you're downtown, so you're giving up space for the convenience of being downtown. I will say though that for the size of the living room, kitchen, dining room, it's open concept as well, so it makes it feel a lot more spacious than it is. Yeah, so you're not going to be cramped in your condo. It's still going to feel like you have enough space to get up and move around and do some activities. Yeah. And one other thing that you will probably like is that this apartment building actually has 2 pools. Yeah. So down in the basement, there's a Olympic lap pool. Now, during the summer, this is only used for exercise because there's another pool on the rooftop, and that's more for kind of leisure swimming and families. Yeah, so they do ask that during the summer, when the upstairs pool is available, that you only use the downstairs pool if it's maybe raining or, you know, terrible weather, or if you're using exercise. Yeah, and then during the winter, obviously nobody wants to swim in the outdoor pool, so they do section off a portion of the inside pool for leisure swimming. Yeah, so you can do your leisure swimming and your sports swimming, and it is all good there. The rooftop pool is an infinity pool, so it looks as if it doesn't have an edge. It's just glass, but they have a lot of safety precautions put in place so that it's not actually dangerous. There's a little ledge underneath with some guardrails because there are a lot of families who live in this building, and obviously they don't want kids getting hurt, so it's very safe. No need to worry about that. And would you be interested in this one? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's a good option for downtown, and I think it'll help me figure out if you would like a condo or more of a house. Yeah, great. Okay, so that gives us 3 locations to look at, which I think is a good jumping off point. I'll give you my card here as well if you have any more thoughts or questions. But for now, I will schedule you some viewings, preferably as soon as possible, but I'll reach out to you and schedule them with you. Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. I'm really happy that you trust us with such a huge decision in your life, and I look really forward to seeing you in your dream house. See you soon. Bye.